This is it.
Welcome to Between Two Mustaches with your hostess with the mostest, Chris Harris, and your guest, Dalray Robati, 98 kgs of twisted steel and sex appeal. Today we'll be discussing a range of topics from fighting right down to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, potentially. Maybe we can edit that part. Chris Harris, how are you, my friend?
Thanks for that intro, Dalray. I'm supposed to be doing any intros
Right.
around here,
Yeah.
but no, that was pretty good, mate. Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Thanks for coming.
Praise the Lord.
Appreciate you coming over to my studio and
It,
bringing your big beautiful self, of course.
it is all your pleasure.
It's been my pleasure so far. Yeah, man. Well, yep. Like you said, welcome to Between Two Mustaches. First podcast, first person interviewed, more than one question. I did interview Dominic Cruz. Did you see that? I got one question on Dominic.
Dominic Cruz, wow. Well, he's a great athlete.
He is.
Can we edit a sound effect or something there? Great
Good
athlete.
idea. I'll put a little picture of him up there.
Yeah.
Good idea. But yeah, man. Obviously, I've asked you to come on the show because I want to practice the podcast. Obviously, this is the first one, and I thought, who am I gonna invite on the show? Who's going to be interesting?
Yeah.
And obviously, you came straight to my mind because you've had, for those that don't know, Dalray has had a really good fight career. He's had a lot of fights against a lot of top New Zealand fighters and guys that not just young guys on their way up, guys that are at the top.
Yeah.
That have been at the top, and you've taken them all on. You won't say no to anyone. You fought at trained at quite a few gyms, and that's one of the things we wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Yep. The other thing that I was going to talk to you about, I should have been like you and brought some fucking notes, eh? Instead of just running off my head. But that's okay, man. Why don't we just kickstart with that? Why don't we just start off with talking about some fighting, and we'll go from there, eh?
Praise the Lord. So, just a little background on myself. I was trained by my uncle from a young age, who was a student of Lolo Hemuli. His name was Daniel Robati. He was a heavyweight amateur kickboxing champion under Lolo Hemuli. He trained before the guys like Ray Siffer, all the Liga guys, and so I got like an unrefined style of that. And then I had my first proper fight in 2008 against the heavyweight champion at the time. So my first fight was against the heavyweight champion at the time for MMA. I think he was training out of City Kickboxing at the time. So he saw Brazilian Jiu Jitsu purple belt, and that was my introduction to the fight game. Yeah, it lasted about a minute and a half. I knew I was fast. I landed some good punches on him. Maybe we can put the fight up here. Yeah, Josh Randall, good guy. Yeah, and I landed some good punches and kicks on him. He was a tall guy, 6'5", and I landed a high kick on him. I'm only like 5'9", and landed some punches, and he was like, "Nah, this is over," and he grabbed me and then took me down and checked me out. And at the time, I was like one of those guys, jiu-jitsu doesn't work. I'll just punch him in the face, jiu-jitsu, which was working up until he decided to not punch anymore and took me down. So then I started MMA, training MMA at Faith MMA under Hamish Robertson, who now is the head coach and owner of Auckland MMA, and Tom Ngapira, who was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, owner of Faith MMA at the time, and he's worked for the UFC as a referee and medic, I believe, and yeah, and then
I've met him at one of the UFCs. I seen him there. I was with Mark Stewart, and he called him over.
Mark Stewart is one of my old senseis. Praise the Lord.
No, Mark Stewart. I trained with Mark Stewart for a little bit, so that's how I know Dalray from the gym. I'm guessing you've made heaps of friends over your life at the gym. That's probably one of the coolest things I remember from working out and kickboxing and all that, is just meeting the people and keeping those friendships.
Yeah, Mark Stewart. This sigil here is it looks like kanji. but it it stands for the FFA Fighting Fit Academy, owned by Mark Stewart, world champion in Rio Gyu Karate in 1999, I think it was. And yeah, but all the relationships you build from training in the gym, meet a lot of good people across ethnicities and beliefs and the two genders.
Yeah, nice.
Praise the Lord.
Only two.
Yeah. So and then I crossed from MMA after 20 fights. I crossed from MMA to kickboxing, where I fought some top guys, Anson being one, and some other good guys, and then I went into boxing. My first pro boxing fight, I lost to the guy who ended up winning the first 1 minute scraps, Panuve Helu. And before I fought Panuve, I was confident because I'd fought with small gloves and against big guys. 6'6" guys, I'd taken knees to the one fight. I took 72 knees to the head, and John Conway, if anybody knows John, so I was still mad at him. He stopped the fight with 1 second to go in the fight. I took 72 knees to the head. I got dropped about 5 times, and he decided to stop the fight with 1 second to go in the fight against Guy Pearce. And it went down as a TKO on my record. I don't know if you want to put it there, but 1 second to go on the fight. Yeah. Anyway,
we'll put it up. The guys that you're talking about here, we'll put up photos of who they are, because some of them are actually really big names. Anson is one of the biggest names in fighting in New Zealand. Obviously, his is it his sister, Baby?
Yep, yes, a baby, and
she's doing really well. She's had a great career, and
Victoria's fought as well. Yeah,
man. No, awesome. John Conway. Well,
John Conway. Yeah, and I was mad at John because I'd seen him come back before from fights. One of his famous fights, he got dropped with a spinning kick, and the guy was dropping off punches, and then Lawler was like, "You're not fighting," or something, and then John comes and knocks him out in the 3rd round. You could have given me the chance to last.
Do you want me to fix that? That's all right. Certainly.
Yeah,
that's all right. You want to fix it or what? What do you want to do?
You just got to loosen that. All right.
Yeah, loosen that off.
Let's see.
Yeah, and then you can pop it up a bit. Yeah. Sweet. No, I might not edit some of the stuff, but I'll clip from camera to camera, so some will be better. Okay, just back up a little bit. Dan Hooker's backyard 1 minute scraps.
Yeah.
Dalray, this guy, was one of the fighters on the very first Dan Hooker's 1 minute scraps, and now he's into the 3rd one, coming into the 4th one. How was that, man? That looked awesome. I watched the whole thing. It was so cool.
Yeah. So for context, I fought on the Dan Hooker 1 minute scraps. Yeah. Oh man, there were some scary dudes there. Like
Fight Dog.
Wow, he's not at the top of the list, but
he's
Fight Dog was there. He was probably the smallest guy there.
Yeah, he probably was.
He was probably the smallest guy there.
Like if you've seen all of those dudes, man, I don't want to fight Dog.
He looks scary, and he puts his head down on your chest and just like similar to Nick Diaz's head on the chest and just goes like machine gun, and just doesn't stop unless you got to chin him. But So for context, I fought a week before, in a pro heavyweight MMA fight against Mosse Afoa. I don't know if you know Mosse, but yeah, he's number one. He's ranked number 1 in New Zealand at the moment for heavyweight MMA and light heavyweight MMA. So he's a top guy, and he stopped me in the 2nd round with a Kimura.
Wow.
But
cool.
But some more context. We had agreed to just box in the fight. We're having an MMA fight, but yeah, we were just gonna box. And then I don't know, somewhere through the fight, he started kneeing me and kicking me. And I was like, bro. And then he takes me down.
Instead of finish him, you were like, finish me.
Yeah. I was like, wow. But anyway, then he calf kicked the crap out of my leg. Anyway, so I fought a week before the Dan Hooker fights. Stay on topic. Dan Hooker fights. And then I got sick, and so I was on the couch all week. You can ask my pastor Joel, who I live with. I got sick all when I was like, oh man, I've got going to Dan's. Because 50K is appealing to anyone.
Oh yeah.
And you just got to win a couple of fights, and what's the worst that can happen in a minute, man? We've all got experience, so and I still rate myself. I'm getting older now, but I've got enough experience. I keep myself safe anyway. So I messaged Dan, and I'm like, Dan, I'm keen, and he's like, okay, send me your weight and experience. Send him my experience, and I watched the video back, and Dan says no pros. I'm like, oh, Dan, I'm pro. I just fought last week. He was like, oh, don't worry, all good. I was like, are you sure there's no pros? He's like, yeah, come. So I was like, okay. So I rock
You
up.
mean like not Joseph Packer?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so yeah, like, well, yeah, but I don't know who was gonna show up. So I was like, okay. So I got confident. I was like, shucks, I could be the only pro there, and heavyweight. Like, I could just keep myself safe and win the fights. And then I get there, and I see the guy. The only guy to really knock me out ever was Panuve Halu, who's a pro boxer, and the only guy to ever knock me out ever. And I'm looking right at him. He's about 50 kilos heavier than when I fought him. And I was like, what the flip is he doing here? And then I see Sisse from Peach Boxing. I can't remember his last name, but he's 160 kgs, and he's famous for he knocked out this guy, his opponent, in a corporate boxing match with 16-ounce gloves with the first punch. And the guy, it was a big deal, and they were like, "Oh, it's corporate boxing. Should corporate boxing be allowed?" It was on the news, and Sisse was really apologetic about.
Now he was there
doing what? Yeah, he was there.
Some big dudes.
And he fought this other big Māori boy from Canterbury who ended up stopping him, and it was like, bro, there's some monsters here. And then there was these two giants fought. This giant Tongan guy who was 6'7", and this other giant Māori guy who was 6'8" or something, and they were both over 80 kgs. Because you got into the driveway, you go and weigh in the driveway in the garage, and Tony Angelov was there. It was like a star-studded cast of New Zealand fight crew was there. Carl Weber, he's Strikeforce, Canterbury. He started the Strikeforce brand, pioneer of MMA and bare knuckle and stuff like that in New Zealand. Just a hard-nosed dude and veteran. Who else was there? Stephen Warby, former heavyweight.
Who was the guy who did the prayer at the start?
Well,
is that the guy that did you know those guys when you went there, or did you meet them there?
No, I met them there.
You met them there. Oh, cool.
But I had messaged Dan before, and I can show you. I messaged Dan before, and I prayed over the. I'm a recent convert to Christianity. But we can go over that later.
Reborn,
and I messaged Dan before, and I was like, Dan, and I just prayed over the event. We're being attacked by monsters now. So like I prayed over the event, and I'll via text, and I sent it to Dan, just praying over the event and all the officials and all the fighters to get home safely. And he's like, bro, that's awesome. You pray tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, sweet. So so we have the rules meeting.
Honestly, you're gonna have to stop, bro. I'm gonna have to shut this down. Give me time.
Edit.
Right, so you texted Dan Hooker the day before.
Yeah, and I prayed over the event, and then he was like, yeah, bro, pray tomorrow before the event. I was like, yeah, sweet. So we have the prayer, we all of us weigh in, we get matched up, and then he's like, oh, we're just going to pray before the event, and he gives me the wink.
You can see the wink on the video.
He gives me the wink, you're on, this is your moment. And I was like, okay, boom. And then, and my, hubris, I think, I'm the only Christian here or something. Because I wouldn't at the time. I didn't expect there to be any other Christians there. Or and then Mone Maddox.
Most fighters, they'll thank God after they win the fight.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It was nice to see a prayer before the fight.
Yeah. And then Mone, who one of the fighters, bloody hijacks it. Oh yeah, sure, Dan. And so it starts praying. You don't want to be like, hey, this is my prayer. So it's like
big guy, big beard.
Yeah.
He's got like Jesus. What did he say? Jesus saves or something on his t-shirt.
Oh, I think so.
It was like, he outranked you.
Yeah, well, spiritually outranked me. Yeah. So he pulled rank and started the prayer, and I was down with it. But yeah, so yeah, Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, even in the third one that they just did in the gym, Dan said at the start, "Oh, is there anyone that he wants to say a prayer?" It was crickets. No one said anything. And I think they cut it and then went and found somebody who was keen, and then they brought it back and then they redid that scene because it's an important part of fighting. Most fighters, they will thank the Lord after they win. Doesn't matter what religion they are. And I know this because obviously when it comes to the All Blacks, if you want to be an All Black, if you want to play rugby for a job, you have to go to a special school. These special schools are religious based, and a lot of these guys are getting the power of God through their schooling and to become superstars, to become supreme athletes.
All right. Yes.
I gotta go shut my dog up.
Yeah.
Man.
No, just...
Oh yeah. I turned the little dog house on, so the back box.
All right. So yeah, no, I don't know about those special schools, and
yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. So my son he wants to play rugby for a job.
Yeah.
So I said, what school do you want to go to? Because you have to go to a special school. So he goes to St. Paul's in Hamilton. It's a really awesome school. At the moment, he's doing 6 months in the bush. So go down to Tihoe, which is down by Taupo. They spend 6 months down there, just outdoor education, camping and fishing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the religious part of it is huge. Yeah, they go to chapel 2 or 3 times a week, and the reverend down there's pretty awesome. So
yeah. So I'll just change gears and get back to the Dan Hooker. Yeah. So yeah, and then we prayed, and then and then we fought, and everybody's seen the fights. I got stopped by a young guy. Oh man, because I'm used to fighting. I'm used to fighting, and that 1 minute format. You really got to get off the start line quick, and I'm older, and I'm walking in the Lord now, and I think it's Matthew 26. Don't worry about anything, and I don't, because then it says in the Bible, don't be afraid, and I'm not. So I was like, not afraid, not worried, almost a bit too complacent. I was like, just business as usual. Work the jab, and the dude comes out, whack whack was ball. Okay, yeah, so nothing, we go fast start, yeah, fair enough. Bang bang bang. I was like, okay, cool. Boom, start using that jab, boom boom, bang bang. Try to catch him with the counter hook, just base bread and butter, boom. He rolls it, okay, I've got plenty of time, but I'm gonna catch him. I think I was a bit bigger than him. Like, I can catch him. Boom, 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 bang, and he rolled the hook, and he comes back, bang, bang. With got small gloves, and bang, bang. And I was like, went down on the knee, and then because it was a 3 count, you got 3 seconds, and I was like, bang, bang, and then I was down on the knee. It was like 1, 2, 3, and it was like, bro, but fair enough. Good on the young fight guy. I think his name was Leon. Good on you, mate. No beef, whatever. That's good, Yeah, and that was it. It was like, oh well. But yeah, I got to stick around. I stuck around. We stuck around and watched the fights, and there was some guys that can't fight. Well, the guys that don't have a fighting background, but giving it their all is sometimes more entertaining. They're just in there, and it's like Fight Dog, or not like Fight Dog, but some of those big guys that just get in there and they just put their chin down and just swing hard. Sometimes it's more entertaining. And
I thought the Timberlands guy was really
Timbo
good.
Slice.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah.
Why is he fighting in Timberlands and jeans? Like, surely he'll be better in like shorts and sneakers.
But yeah. Well, I don't know, but he was interesting. He had power, and he's got a boxing background.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got a boxing background, and yeah, I was getting mocked online for my attire. I was wearing my midguard.
Yeah, you grew out. Yep.
In my group. I was looking at the comments. I was getting roasted for the action of my life. And I was like, look at Grandpa, wearing his undies on the outside. And I was like,
bro, Superman wore his undies on the outside.
Yeah. I was laughing. It was like, bro, this guy looks 20. This guy's twice his age. I was like, yeah, it was. But, and there was this the lovely girl, whoever her name was. She was like, "Oh, good on Papa for giving it a go." I'm like, "Bless your heart, young lady."
No, every single person that was there. I was, admire for putting their hand up, for actually just putting their hand up and saying, "Yeah, I'm keen." Because a lot of that's not just like, yeah, I'm keen to fight. Yeah, I'm keen to fight in Dan Hooker's backyard.
Yeah.
for a whole bunch of money, and it's going to be filmed, and we're hoping millions of people see it. So
and millions of people have my fight by itself. When I looked on Instagram, just on the Instagram views alone are over 1 million views. Just my fight. And
so did he post all the fights separately?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's posted it separately, and he's posted the whole event on YouTube, and he's posted them separately on Facebook. So he's getting millions and millions of views across, all the different fights and all the different events. So it's, somebody's making a lot of money. It wasn't us.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you make lots of money just because you've got lots of views. Like Mr. Beast obviously does. He gets 300 million views.
Yeah, well,
so that's a lot. You got to get 1,000 subscribers first.
Oh, really? Well, yeah,
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. So if anybody, and in a smooth transition, if anybody wants to subscribe to Between Two Mustaches, 1,000 of you. Oh. Wow.
There's the button.
Just press the button. Bling. Sound effect. Visual. So yeah. So I can add that to my resume now. So it's MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Sambo, Sanda, bare knuckle, and 1 minute Dan Hooker scrap. So anything that I could get my hands on, I'll do it. I want to give that Russian fighting a go with the teams.
Yeah, that looks cool.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
I'll get one of those and one of those.
Well, I reckon there's that other backyard.
Contender.
It's an American one. It's like backyard scratch.
Yeah, and they got like a makeshift cage.
Yeah. Those guys are cool. I watch a lot of their stuff.
Yeah,
and
some of those guys are quite skillful, eh?
They are. Yeah.
It's like
some of them are just really shit, and
but
they just go in there, swing, get tired, and somebody wins, somebody loses. And it's just cool.
Yeah.
Street beefs.
That's the one. Mighty Muscle's on there. Was that the one? Or he was training some. I don't know.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to go over to America and just put your hand up and be on one of them,
If you want to fly me over, anyone. I'll fly in. Yeah,
looking for a sponsor to fly Dalray over and get him on Street Beefs, and then maybe get your T-shirt. He can wear your T-shirt, so advertise you the whole trip.
Yeah. So if any of you Yanks wanna get it on Street Beefs, let's go. Maybe another pro over there. Maybe Sean Strickland wants to have a go.
Dalray might have the biggest record in New Zealand.
No, I think it was Ben Sassoli.
Oh yeah.
I think I was talking to Ben. Ben Sassoli's. I used to train with him at
Has he also fought the range of sports that you've
done?
Yeah,
he has.
He's
done MMA, boxing, kickboxing, UFC, but not Dan Hooker's scraps. I don't think.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I got one up. I got one up on you. Oh, but he's done judo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
judo's interesting. Yep.
Yeah. He tossed me around. I remember.
Judo was one of the ones, when we were growing up, life wasn't as busy and there weren't too many things around. It was basically either karate or judo were the two things that everyone sort of knew of. And I was like, gayer. So I was like, I'd rather not fight at all. No, because I was into WWF. So I was like, I want to do the big moves. I want to do the clotheslines, neck breakers, Boston crabs, all that stuff. So I asked this kid that went to judo. I was like, "Hey man, if I come to judo, will I learn all this stuff?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, and he goes, "Judo is not really fighting." And I was like, "No, fuck that." But when I met Mark, and he said, "Oh, come down to my gym," and I came down, and I was like, wow, this is cool. It wasn't the first time I'd done it, but it was the first time I'd actually been to a gym, because we used to train in the backyard with my flatmates.
Yeah. What did you train?
Kickboxing. He was I had a Cambodian flatmate. So he was only a 15-year-old guy, and he said that his parents started betting on him from the age of like 3 years old. These kids, the kids are tiny. They put them in the ring, and
when they're in Cambodia.
In Cambodia, yeah. So they were refugees from New Zealand.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought it. So judo, So judo. Did you train judo?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, right. Those dudes are scary.
Yeah, the good ones would be. Yeah. They just grab you by the shirt.
Yeah, the grip strength.
Yeah.
This dude, he grabbed me, and he grabbed me and held me up against the wall for 90 minutes or something crap. Like, I think I was at Duluth College. I can't remember.
Let me go.
Bulgarian guy, like hit like a brick, and like his ears were falling off or something. Like, oh, bro, bro, I wanted to punch him, but there were kids around, and wasn't a punching sport, but it was in air. And like, how the buzzer goes, and you've got to like swap partners. He wouldn't let me go, and I was like, bro, And it was those guys are scary. And then I invited him to come and do some kickboxing, but he never showed up. So yeah, proofs in the pudding, Bulgaria, whatever your name is.
People that are one coded like that. Like I had this boss when I was younger. His name was Rocky.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you know how I got the name?" And I was like, "Boxing." And he goes, "Yeah." You know, so he was a boxer. And then and I was a little shit, and he tried to punch me one day at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, it is an experienced boxer. I was just a kid, you know, a real punch. Like I swung and I ducked, and I was like, "Shit!" And he was going to punch me again. Like he wanted to.
Did you deserve it or?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah. But the thing was, because he was this boxer and he was punching me, so I just kicked him in the leg, and he goes, "Oh, that's not fair. You can't kick."
Oh right, yeah.
I was like, "You can't. Yeah, I can do what you're punching me at work.
Yeah,
I'm going to do whatever I can." So then he didn't want to fight after that.
Yeah. Moral of the story: if you're a one-coded guy, you need to cross-train.
Yes.
You need to cross-train.
Yes.
Yeah. You get a guy who's really bad at cross-training, and he'll beat the one-code guy.
Use your fists, use your legs.
Yeah.
Get down on the ground and roll around.
Yeah.
Judo,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, grab them. Not condoning any with the recent one punch death. Not condoning street fighting, but
I don't know about that. What happened there? What's this? Is this in New Zealand?
Yeah. I was like on the weekend. One guy he knocked a coward punch.
Really?
Yeah, from the side, and sorry. I forget the name of the victim, but
so this is in Auckland City, is
it? In New Zealand.
In New Zealand somewhere.
So another coward punch. Eugene and that's spoken on it again. Eugene Beerman, so kickboxing. They got a big movement about the coward punch. Tougher sentencing. Because Vake, Fal Vake from City Kickboxing, you know, everybody knows that story.
Yep.
So tougher sentencing. So so another coward punch, sadly, rest in peace.
So to all the cowards out there, fucking tell the person, challenge them to a fight.
Yeah.
Draw the line, put your toe on the line. If the other guy's toe's not on the line, you don't fucking fight.
Right.
You don't.
There's plenty of fights out there for you.
You don't punch someone in the face that actually does not want to fight you. You know what? You're better off, if you want to hurt that person, you're better off saying mean things, because saying mean things to people hurts them way more than punching them. Right. So a coward insult would be a lot better. Yeah, like just run up behind them and go, "You're fat," and then run off. They're not going to die. But you're still going to hurt
scathing.
Them. You know that would hurt you. I know if somebody said that, "Hey, old man, I can see your fat tummy," I'd think about that for months.
I'm rotund, not fat.
Yeah, so all the cowards out there, stop punching and just start insulting, and then it'll be quite funny for other people that like to laugh at that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but I would laugh. I'm not going to laugh if I see a coward punch someone, but if you walk up to someone and like randomly just insult them and then run off giggling, I'm going to laugh. Yeah.
So coward punch is bad.
Yeah.
But cross train, keep yourself safe. Get good friends. But you brought up WWF before.
Yeah,
I really wanted to talk about wrestling.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's WWE now, but it used to be called WWF in the 90s.
Yeah, in the greatest era ever.
70s, 80s, 90s.
70s, 80s, 90s, yeah, the greatest generation.
Yep. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Goldberg would have beat Steve Austin back in the day. He would have beat Steve. Sting, it was a travesty we didn't get to see Sting versus Undertaker. Ultimate Warrior is not overrated. Rest in peace. Andre Giant, one of the GOATs. Yeah. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Oh man, I mean, it was always Hulk Hogan, because just of like he's got the look, he says the right stuff, he's got the music, he's had the fights, he's got
what you gotta do.
Yeah. But actually, who's my favorite wrestler to watch was the tag team with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty called the Rockers.
What? I don't even remember them. I know Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no, they say it. When they were younger, they were like 18, 20 years old. Yeah. And there was two of them, and they had like a gymnastics background. So they were doing the biggest flips and the biggest bombs and all that sort of stuff off the top rope.
Yeah.
They just had high energy. Yeah. No one could match their energy.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, yeah, I don't remember that, but...
And the Bushwhackers, the Kiwi guys.
Oh, yeah. 2x4.
The two. No, that's Hacksaw Jim
Oh,
Duggan.
I don't remember.
No, the bushwhackers there, did the march like that, and their move was like one of the bushwhackers would put his head there, and he'd run battering around there. It wasn't a good move. It looked kind of cool on camera, but
yeah.
it wasn't. No, it's not going to hurt you.
Soft moves, yeah. Like Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
Yeah.
Come on,
leg drop.
Bro, what about the?
I'll tell you what though, in an actual fight, I have elbow dropped somebody.
Really?
Yeah, because what happened was like, we were swinging each other, and then eventually we both fell over, and I fell over on top of him, and I pushed him, and I said, hey, and I put my hand down to shake it to see, hey, is the fight over now? Like, and he spat in my face, so I was like, fuck this, so I jumped up, and then I fucking elbow dropped him in the back. Yeah. The guy's mum was watching. She was like, "No, stop fighting!" And I didn't want to punch him in front of his mum, so I was like, "What am I going to do?"
I wouldn't have done that much damage, though, eh? but yeah, high risk, low reward, but just all the glory.
It sort of hurt my butt a little bit when I landed.
Yeah, cool, man. What about Randy Savage? The gimmicks. What's your favorite gimmick?
Oh man, my favorite gimmick was probably like Brother Love. He painted his face red.
Yeah, was that?
And he was supposed to be like some sort of preacher. He'd come on and be like, "Oh, I'm Brother Love, and tonight the Hulkster's gonna beat the Macho Man." And he had this weird high pitched voice like that.
You like that one? Of all the gimmicks?
Because he was fully into it. Like he went more ridiculous than anyone else.
Oh right, and at the time, was he Mankind as well? Do you remember when Undertaker threw Mankind off the freaking cage?
Yeah, that was cool.
1999, Hell in a Cell. Somebody bring it up. I'm going to be like John, what's his name? Joe Rogan. Bring up, what do you call it? Mankind versus Undertaker 1999, Hell in a Cell.
In the cage, Hell in a Cell.
Bro, he throws him off the cage, bro. Off, like, how tall is that cage? 6 meters or something? Throws him off the cage onto like one table.
It was a 12 foot, I think. 12 foot
Oh
cage.
man.
Yeah. Now those guys, they'll put themselves through it all, just because they're getting paid. They get paid quite well.
I hope so.
Yeah, man. So that all the injuries and stuff are real as well. You fucking get thrown off the cage and land on a table. Yep. You're gonna hurt yourself, even if it's a bit of shard of wood going into your back.
Yeah. He when he landed. I think he slammed his jaw, and one of them he had a mask on, up through his lip. He dislocated his shoulder. I think he busted his hip or something. Really? They carry him off in a stretcher, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm finishing the match." Gets off the stretcher, goes back, and then Undertaker, choke slams him through he climbs back up the cage, and then choke slams him back through the cage. Like threw the cage onto it, and I was like, "Bro, leave him alone, bro." Like, oh man, but I still couldn't look away.
The show must go on, man.
Yeah, I still couldn't look away. Yeah. Like I was like, far out. Oh yeah. I wanted to talk about Mark Stewart. Yeah, I'm just gonna change gears for a minute.
Yeah, you talked about Mark.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Mark Stewart, my kickboxing coach for like 10 years. It was closed, sad when the gym closed. I was there for we were talking about the building relationships forever. That's where I met you, and and here we are today. Mark, thank you, Mark.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, he was in my corner for 10 years. Oh yeah.
I think he's probably still in your corner, in the corner of life,
But he lives around the corner from me.
Mark he's a good sensei. He's a good friend. He's a good role model. He's good. Like if you've got kids, he's a good influence on your kids. He's been a fantastic influence on my son. Mark's gym closed, and I emailed him and said, "Hey, even though your gym's closed, can you do some training for Kai's? Because I don't want him to miss out on getting you to train him just because your gym's closed." So he took him on a couple of times and did some one-on-one sessions with him, and it's been bloody awesome.
Yeah. Mark's had some bad injuries, eh? He's had some bad injuries, neck injuries. I think he's had double hip replacement, neck fuse or something. And he still trains. He's still in better shape than anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like karate discipline.
When did you first meet Mark? Like when did you first? Were you at the Lagoon gym when he was down at the Lagoon?
Nah, just after there. So at the time I was dating this girl and I was staying at her house in Howick, and Mark lives next door, and the girl that I was seeing was like because I already had like 20 fights already, but I've been taking a break and I was getting fat again. And she was like, "Oh, you should go train with Mark." And I was thinking that she was saying that I was fat, so I like denied. I was like,
Right.
I need to train with you. And then I was getting fat, so like I didn't want to get in shape again. So I was like, went and saw him, and that was in 2010 at the dojo, and yeah, went and saw him, and I was like, "Hey, I live next. Well, I don't, my missus stays next door," and then yeah, and then that was it. I just stayed there for 10 years.
Sweet. Yeah.
Great job. What do you think has who's got like the how everyone says jiu-jitsu is the best discipline or boxing is the best discipline. What do you think's the best discipline? They, like compile three. So a striking art, compile striking art, and like grappling art, and then another art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely. I like kickboxing the best. I think anybody can go into a kickboxing gym and there's going to be something for you there. Whether it's just standing there and going, or if you're actually serious and you want to hit the pads properly, you can do it. But I think with the ground game stuff, like, I went to a BJJ class and I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy being on the ground in a class like that. Like, maybe if it was more me and a friend and we were like, training. But in a class environment, I liked the kickboxing because you're standing up. You know, either stand at the back of the class or the front of the class or sit wherever you can see everything. You can do sort of whatever. I quite like that. What was the other one?
Striking grappling is just another art, like sambo and they.
Oh yeah. I don't know too much about them, but I'll tell you what. My son has been to I made him do all the classes. I made him do a jiu-jitsu class and the MMA class and the boxing class, the kickboxing class and the wrestling class. And then I let him choose which one do you want to do full time. So we did all the classes for 6 months. And then he said, "Dad, I want to do wrestling." He liked that the best.
Yeah.
So the wrestling classes, they just put a little rope in a circle. And then the coach says, "All right, do this." And then two guys do it. And you just stand in line. You just keep repeating the little thing. But so it's a mixture of stand up, and once you're down in wrestling, it doesn't last very long on the ground. It's like that's it. It's next fight now. So he really liked that, and it's
Is that catch wrestling?
Huh?
What kind of wrestling is that? There's catch
wrestling.
Is
it like American wrestling?
Oh.
Yeah. And then Hamilton at Core MMA.
Yeah,
they've had a few.
Joseph Hamler.
I don't know. I think the guy that was taking the class was Ethan. But I'll have to look up. I don't know.
All right.
The first sort of 6 months I took him and I sat there, and then now he just goes and I leave him to it.
Yeah.
So, but it's the closest thing to wrestling. I mean, sorry, to rugby. Because the rugby, the tackling.
Yeah.
So now he's learning the wrestling techniques, and his tackling is like insane now.
Yeah. What's your background? So you do kickboxing and wrestling?
Not me. No, I mean like my son. Boxing. Oh,
yeah. Have you had any You had a kickboxing fight, eh?
No, I didn't. No.
You trained.
You trained. Training. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Spar? Did you spar?
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah.
Who did you spar?
Me and Mo and me and Joel.
Joel, that's right. That was his name. Yeah. He was always keen. He was always keen to watch the fights with me.
Yeah. Joel's he's got high energy, bro. He's keen to do anything pretty much. Not these days though. He's
finally settled down there.
Finally settled down.
Good on him, man. Good on him.
Yes. Yeah, man.
I saw him one time. No, year before last. Funny. He got married. Edit this bit out that I'm about to say. He said he married this girl, and she's like, "Oh, he's got a head like."
He said that about her, or she said that about him?
She said that. He said that about her. But I think he was just trying to make me laugh. But
I'm trying to think, what the hell does that look like?
Yeah,
what was that?
I just for it,
Oh shit.
Yeah. Sorry, Joel. Yeah. So I'm just gonna change gears again. I would, if I had to do it again, I would just keep the keep the kickboxing, but focus heaps on wrestling. Focus heaps on wrestling because I like that.
Wrestling is cool, man. Wrestling, that's fun. I've always loved wrestling. When I was a kid, watching WWF, and then you go to school, and then you're mucking around with your mates. You're not allowed to fight at school, but we were allowed to wrestle at school. Like, you're allowed to lock up, tackle. So because these are all things that are in other sports anyway. Rugby, or no matter what sport, even if it's a non-contact sport like soccer, you see a lot of they call it like jostling for the ball or whatever, but it's actually wrestling. You know, it's in soccer, it's like no hands wrestling, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, and you try and take the other guy down without causing a penalty. So no matter what sport it is, there's an aspect of wrestling involved. You can even watch it at high level netball. Those chicks, and once again, it's no hands wrestling, and they have to bump the other girl out of the way, and if they can knock her over without getting a penalty, they will, just so that they've got the space to be able to make their shot. So I've always loved wrestling, man. It's so cool. Like with technique, a little guy can actually take a big guy down. If the big guy doesn't have the technique and the little guy does, that's pretty cool.
I used to like watching Daniel Cormier for the big guys around. Dan Henderson. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. Do you remember Fedor Emelianenko? Oh man, he was unstoppable. Anybody who likes MMA, watch Fedor Emelianenko from Russia and Pride Fighting Championships. That dude just dominated everyone for 10 years. Oh man. Sambo fighter. So like it's like boxing and wrestling, and just relentless pace and just a machine. He got slammed on his head by Kevin Randleman.
Whoa.
Do it's German suplex. Picked him up. Surely you've seen the clip. Picks him up, slams him on his head. Oh man. And then he just turns around and he just like effortlessly reverses the position and like gets a Kimura and like then he breaks his arm and he says sorry to his arm. When he's like,
sorry to your arm.
Sorry to your arm, and he gets up and he's like, bro, sorry to your head, like to your neck. And they the next day on the Japanese media, they took a photo, they grabbed a still from the image, from the video, and he's just like, his face is just like unbothered. He's like upside down in the air. He's just like, face doesn't change, eh? Yeah, Fedor Emelianenko. Mirko Krokop, do you remember Mirko Krokop?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's
Love Mirko.
A lot of these guys' fights are just on YouTube.
If
they're out of license or whatever, but a lot of those older fights are on YouTube.
Mirko Krokop, he's got like 20, be Mirko. He's got 20 hit kick knockouts or something. Left leg, bang, right, left leg cemetery, right leg hospital. What's the famous saying? Yeah.
So what's your plans for the future, Dalray? What's the next couple of years look like?
So ministry. I'll be in. I'm going to theology college next year.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, okay, next year. So pray for me. Any Christians out there, or pray for me.
Even if you're not Christians, pray for Dalray. Pray for all the humans.
Yeah, pray for all the humans. Fighting next month. This guy called me out, Clint Ngatai. I hope I'm saying that right. Clint Ngatai is going to get it next month. Yeah,
Clint Ngatai. What's
kickboxing?
Kickboxing.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, he called me out. Apparently, he saw the 1 minute scraps and reckons I don't have.
He wants to take out the old guy.
He wants to take the old guy out, but we're the same age.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah.
Is it going to be? You should just do like 1 minute scraps versus Dalray.
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that, but he's going to pay me. Not for free.
We'll post it on the channel.
Yeah.
Not for free. All right. Well, if there's anyone that wants to sponsor a 1 minute scrap versus Dalray, we'll hook up a bit of cash and we'll get it going.
Yeah, we'll get it going. Yeah.
We'll find somebody that really hates him, and we'll make it really cool. Because they've only got 1 minute, so.
Yeah, you've only got 1 minute, and then
I think maybe your problem is you don't have enough like inside you to hate that person enough just to you really got to be in the mindset of like, you've only got a minute. I can't kill this guy because that's illegal, but I got to win the fight. So you got to either knock him out or just beat him up.
Beat him up. Yeah, I want to beat you up, Clint. You shouldn't have called me up, bro. I didn't do anything to you. I'm gonna beat you up. Bad. So yeah, doing that. Ministry. Jesus is Lord.
So ministry school, where's that? What?
It was Equippers Church.
What?
Equippers Church.
Okay.
In Manukau. That's a church that I attend every Sunday, and Bible study on Tuesdays. Fighting next month, and just work. We've got a contract with Te Whatu Ora Ministry of Health, and we do alcohol and drug wraparound service, helping a lot of people and using that as engagement to bring people closer to the Lord, which is a silver bullet for alcohol alcohol and drugs, in my opinion.
Because sure. So if you've if anyone out there's got a problem with alcohol or drugs, how do they get onto this wraparound service? Or what should they do?
So my details will be here. My details will be here, and we'll get on. Yeah, you can just get in touch with us, and we can refer you on to the right people.
Call, email,
text, but I won't reply to your text because I'm very busy, man. I'll get back to you, and and we'll do that, and I'd like to share about my struggles with drugs and alcohol.
Yes.
So and
we'll save that for another episode.
Yeah,
I think we could do another episode.
A whole episode on that. Yeah,
drugs and alcohol stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go through with that sort of stuff. But I think to wrap this up, I want to call the other moustache.
Cool. Let's do it.
I've got a little setup here.
Praise the Lord.
I'm going to do this one. Oh, that's right. I'm going to do it on here.
You said 11 my time.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, bro.
Oh, is the old OG Ray gun there?
Yeah, bro. He is. Sticking head over.
Hey, man, how are you? Thanks for doing this.
Hey, mate.
How you doing? We got our timing wrong.
Good, guys. Good. How are you, mate?
Yeah.
No, Dalray turned up about an hour early, and then we had a couple of ciggies and talk and stuff, and then it took me ages to set up the cameras and shit, and then
okay.
So I mean, the audio of this piece is gonna be it's just filmed through this. There is but no, we did good, man.
That's cool. So, I wanted to ask, have you guys stopped the rain?
No, we're still rolling.
So first of all, did you hear about that? This is breaking news. Did you guys hear about the UFC fighter?
He got shot, eh?
It was in a shootout. Wait, Chris Harris. That's where my son goes to school.
Wow.
It's literally the next suburb over. Yeah, I heard about that this morning. It was quite sad.
Well, what happened?
All I know is there was a shootout in Riverston, and an ex-UFC fighter was the victim.
Okay.
Yeah, really sad. He was young. I don't know him. I haven't seen him fight or anything, but yeah. Anyway, so you guys looked that up on the news later. So you heard about it?
As well? I read about it this morning, Hammo. That's sad, yeah.
That's really sad, hey? So Chris tells me you have a hell of a record.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty cool. I wanted to ask a proper. Chris and I met a few MMA fighters, and we sort of get starstruck and get distracted. We either say something extremely silly or something extremely emotional. We haven't found the balance of what to ask a fighter yet. What is your ritual in preparing for a fight mentally?
Oh, mentally, yeah. I fight them in my head before I go out. Yeah, I fight them in my head and win in my head before I go out, and I pray. Because in the Bible it says about 300,000 times not to be afraid, so I'm not. And Matthew 26, it says do not worry about anything, so I don't. Yeah, it's after about 60 something fights that the novelty wears off, and everyone's got their different one. It's but you still get the nerves, you still get the little nervousness, and then after the first punch goes, then it's it goes away.
Feel bad for the other opponent.
It's usually they usually hit me first. I'm usually shorter, so so I get hit first, and then so I'm 5'10", I think. Oh right, well, I'm short for my division, I think.
So you let him hit you first, that way you can say, well, he started it.
Justification.
Say to the Lord, well, he started it first.
Yeah.
I was going to go and, if I get out of something,
Yeah, and then I turn the other cheek and let them hit me again, and then
Okay, no. Just tell me, Chris, you know, in time that I'm being in a fight, I've always been scared to get knocked out, and I don't know what will happen after that, you know?
right.
Like, what happens when you get knocked out? Do you wake up and think, oh my God, what did I do for the 3 seconds that my eyes were closed?
Yeah.
Did I do something stupid, you know? Did I pick my nose or, you know, do anything that's going to make me end up as the internet reel? Second of all, do you think Chris looks like a Floki?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
From
That's
Vikings.
cool.
From Vikings, yeah, I love Vikings. No, that's a good call.
I could just change my outfit and I could be any of the Vikings dudes.
You could be, that's right.
I could, if I
He looks,
shave,
yeah, he looks season 3 Ragnar.
if I shave my beard and put a blonde wig on, you say I look like Lagatha. That's how.
That's true.
I'll commit. Anyway, thanks for turning up on the podcast, Hammoudi. I needed another mustache.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I had a list of questions here. They all went away.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it'll be good to get you in the studio at some stage, brother.
Essentially.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Praise the Lord.
Peace out, my man.
Enjoy. Peace out.
All right. Talk soon, bro.
See you, boys.
Bye.
Praise the Lord.
We'll just go this way. Oh, yeah, up there. So I'd like to say thank you to Dalray for coming on the podcast and having a chat to us about his fighting and the Lord and everything else that he's been awesome at. Looking forward to his fight in a couple of weeks' time. And we'll have him back because we've got a lot more things to talk about. I think next time we're going to talk about some drugs and alcohol and the pitfalls of it.
And then eventually winning over it.
And then eventually winning over it. All right, Dalray. Well, thank you very much, bro.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man.
Praise the Lord.
Loved it. I'll see you again soon.
Cool.
All right.
Peace.
Woo!